What's up, guys? Welcome back to Jersey Nick Moto. And if you've been following along with the channel the last couple of weeks or so, this next clip I'm going to insert is probably going to look familiar to you because I put it up as a short a while back. Whoa. Yep, that was me and my Sportster here named Roxy sliding through an intersection. Luckily, a very empty intersection at the time. And I've gotten a lot of comments. I put that up as a short on YouTube. I put it up on my Instagram at NickyG1978 if you're following there. And I've got a lot of comments, messages, questions about what happened. And I'll be honest, I am not 100% sure what happened, but we're going to talk about that today a little bit. Somebody had asked me if it was black ice. I don't think so. It was a chilly morning. It had rained the night before, but by the time I was out, it was in the, I'd say, high 40s, maybe even lower 50s Fahrenheit. We're in the US here. So I don't think black ice still would have been on the road. I don't know. A lot of people have asked me if I had went into a wobble, because from the video, you only see this view you have now, just a glimpse of the handlebars, because I like to keep my camera on my helmet pointed up a bit so I can kind of give you the view like you're riding down the road with me. So it kind of looked like the bars were going back and forth, but what I actually think what happened, because it did happen pretty quick, is that it was the back end that broke loose. It went into, I don't want to say a fishtail, because a fishtail is kind of like this. This kind of did one of these. It threw me one way and then back another, if that makes sense. So I think it was the back wheel. And this is what I think happened. It was wet out that morning, because it had rained the night before. And as you can see, that was a 4-lane road, 2 lanes going each way, and I was in the right lane, and I crossed over into the left lane because I was going to make a left at that intersection. So what I think is I probably picked up some kind of oil or something off the road. Most likely when I went from the right lane to the left lane and crossed over the center portion of the left lane, where they say that that's where if there's going to be any oil in the road after a rain, it usually settles there. So I'm thinking I got something on my tires, and as I was approaching the intersection, I hit the brakes to slow down. I didn't jam on the brakes, I just did kind of normal braking procedure, both brakes. And when I hit the brakes, it seems like the back end just came loose and threw me one direction and threw me the other. Then when I realized what was happening, I released the brakes, straightened back up, but by this time I was too far into the intersection to turn. I was in a lane of oncoming traffic. Thank God nothing was coming the other way. I found myself going towards the parked cars, so I braked again to try and stop, and the exact same thing happened again. Released the brakes, it straightened up, and then I think I just crawled to a stop, because at that time I was going pretty slow. Then after that, I managed to get myself back into the right side of the road. Then I went up about 2 streets and made a left, and everything was fine. Pulled over into an empty parking spot. I checked my tires. I actually had thought maybe my back tire had gone flat, even though I had checked them the day before, put some air in them because the bike had been sitting for a while. So I pulled over, pulled out my little air gauge that I carry in the fork gag, checked the air pressure was good, felt the tires were good. Checked the bike over a little bit, make sure I didn't have any oil leaks that were coming off the bike and would have hit one of the tires. I checked to see if it looked like anything was on the tires. Everything looked good. And then I rode the rest of the day without incident. When I got home, I gave the bike a good wash job and checked again to make sure I didn't have any oil leaks or anything like that might have sprayed on a tire or something like that. I mean, that is my best guess. about what happened. I think I picked something up in the road, and when I hit the brakes, it just sent me sideways. Now, the other reason I wanted to make this video was just to give everybody a little reminder that, you know, we can't get complacent out here. I know all the time we blame the cars, right? We blame the cagers are the ones that want to kill us and run us off the road. And yeah, I'm not going to say that's not true. And that's true. We have to watch out for the cars in the traffic because they don't see us, they don't hear us, and I think a lot of them really don't care about us. So we always have to be alert. But then look at a situation like that. There was nobody on the road that morning. So I think we just have to remember to not get lazy ourselves, to always be aware of the conditions, always be aware something could happen, even if we were in a spot with no traffic. And hey, look, I'm not going to sit here and preach and say that I'm the best rider in the world. Hey, I've been riding 14 years. I have my good days, I have my bad days. I don't practice enough as much as I should. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh yeah, I could spin figure eights like Jerry Palladino. Nah, far from it. So I'm not going to sit here and preach to you, but I just want to put a reminder out there that we all have to, we got to keep our riding skills sharp and always be alert. Because, I don't know, do I think I was going too fast for the conditions? I really don't think so. But now, if I was going 5-10 miles an hour slower, would I have still slid? Yeah, probably. Would I have ended up in the other lane? I don't know. So I just wanted to put this out there as a reminder to myself and to everyone else that we all always need to be alert out here on two wheels. No matter what the traffic conditions are, no matter what the road conditions are, because things happen very fast. And if you don't react the right way, it could end very bad. So go out there once in a while when you have time in the parking lot, practice your skills, your slow skills, practice swerving, different maneuvers, and be ready to use them in the real world. Because, hey man, things like that happened in a split second. You really don't have time to think, but if you practice before and know how to react, it's kind of like muscle memory, and it just takes over. And luckily I had the presence of mind to just get off the brakes and let the bike naturally straighten up. But for the most part, I'm lucky. That all wouldn't have mattered if somebody was coming the other way. So I just wanted to give a little insight to what happened, or what I think happened. I wanted to give a little friendly safety reminder to all of us not to daydream and get complacent when we're out here, to always be aware, alert of our surroundings, and be ready for anything. And as usual, I just want to say thank you for watching Jersey Nick Moto. If you have not yet, please hit that subscribe button. Helps the channel out a lot. I have a lot of motorcycle content. Leave me a like, leave me a comment. Let me know if you've ever been in a situation like that, or what sketchy situations have you been in. Share your story if you'd like to. It might help out other riders. Alright, keep your head on the swivel out there. Stay safe. I'll see you all in the next video. Later.